So these are the side steps. Looks small, hard to tell what it is, but once you put it on and flip the car over, it'll make more sense. These are nice that it are actually marked right and left right here. So, but if you look at it on the actual car, it still makes sense. Kind of goes in on one way. Because there's the way it's designed, this thing here, you got to have this little round loop here to make it work, to go around this. And then there's 4 screws like this. Also little clips that's slide into. Once you push it all the way in, make sure when you look on this side where I'm at, it's supposed to be nice and flat. So when you turn around, it's nice. Number one on here tells you it's a M4 12 by 12 millimeter screw. It's 26 pieces of those. So I guess one way to tell, the easiest way if you can't read this, is this one comes with the most quantity of screws. So you just maybe look at the bag with the most quantity of the same size screws, just same kind screws, and just grab 2 of those, just because you don't have any other ones here that have 26 pieces. So that's just a, I guess, a quick tip there on those for those who maybe have a hard time going off instructions. The kid already opened the bag. There's not much I can show you there since it's already all ripped off, but this is what the screws look like. It does come with a small screwdriver. Let me see this right there, which is flat on one side, and cross on the other side. So it's nice that it comes with it, but even if it doesn't, I'm sure, I mean, usually everyone has a screwdriver at home, right? So hopefully. And then from there, just start screwing them in. I don't go all the way yet until I put them all in to make sure they all line up. Потом, спасибо. Не открывай больше, окей? Once they're all in, I confirm on the other side. They're properly in all the way, everywhere nice and flat. Then you can start putting them in. I guess there's no really a sequence or a order you might want to follow, but hey, don't lose my screws. Потеряешь, потом я не смогу машинку сделать. You just want to go hand tight, you don't want to go too much. Because remember, this is all plastic. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. And you can use your rebate gun if you have. Make it quicker, but you just gotta be super careful because it's plastic and the guns are usually pretty strong. You can easily go too much on it. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like on each side, and then nice and flat on here. Okay, another day. We're gonna keep going at it. Had some other things to take care of. Of course, I got my audience here. The little boss here is watching me, so try to be as careful as I can. Okay, let's move on to the motor and the wheels. So from the stickers and labels, I probably can't see it, but this is pretty sticky. I'm gonna try to wipe that down and wash it somehow with something, so that dirt won't stick to it or anything else. Okay, this is nice and clean. So it looks like there's a little hole where you can push to push that bracket down. There's some kind of bracket there, holds it. I'll show you a closer look. So there's a bracket right there that prevents the axle to go through until you actually push it in a little bit right there. Once you push it in, push it down, there's a little bit more room for the axle to slide. And you can just push in one of these holes and it pushes in the bracket there. And then we can slide it in. So I wonder if the axle has to slide through the motor first. Like this probably. It's closer. So once again, there's nothing mentioned in the instructions. It's very unclear of where this goes, which way this axle goes, because it's got these little teeth here that I'm just assuming it goes on the motor where the maybe between. There's one on this side, one on this side, so maybe the motor goes right in between, kind of keeps it in place or something, because the other side it's just flat. There's absolutely nothing in the instructions about it, so I'm just gonna take a guess. So there's one on this side, one on this side. This is what I was talking about. I think it kind of keeps it in place there. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's just my guess. And then we're just going to follow our right side here to the right side on the vehicle and put it in. So the next step in the instructions is to start installing the wheels. I'm very confused and surprised there's nothing mentioned about mounting the motor anyway. This is very unusual to me because usually the motors are always mounted somehow, somewhere, but in this case it's just sitting on the axle. Really weird, but I mean, we're just gonna keep going. We'll come back to it, I guess, if we have to, but for now I'm just gonna keep going, which I'm gonna skip the step with the wheels for now because I want to put these on, make sure it's getting some support there for that. This is those brackets, like maybe a letter L, whatever you want to call it, goes right on the back with some regular screws. So the screws are all same, so you can't get that wrong. I'm just gonna install their screwdriver, and this goes right here. I'm not sure how you're supposed to put this on. If you do this side first, then it's pretty hard to get to this screw. So I'm just gonna probably do both of them first on this side, and then I'll do the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, just like that. Show you a closer look real quick. It goes right there and right there. Okay, those are pretty much all same. Now this is gonna go right into here. Just like that. Now it's in there, which should spin the wheel. And that should spin it, see that? Okay. Okay. And the way it holds in, we're gonna grab the washer and this little pin here, the washer in, and we're gonna put this in. This cotter pin, I think it's called. Just slide it right into the hole after you put the washer in, and then you can just bend it like this, or just any way you want it. That way it doesn't come off. And then I'm just gonna install the cover, and this is got three clips that are just gonna match the holes right here. Yep, snaps right into place. And that's it for the wheel. And we're just gonna do the same thing on all of them. So I don't like that this sticks out. Even though there's nothing that talks about it, I'm gonna probably undo that screw and put that wire underneath this bracket, so that way you won't get caught anywhere. So there's a couple connectors. There's one's got 3 pins. It's gonna go right there. This one's got 2. It's gonna go right next to it. Okay, just like that. Just like that. So now it's all hidden and plugged in. Here's a closer look. This one's got 3 pins, this one's got 2, so you can't really get that wrong. Make sure they're all the way. This is secured with 2 screws. And that's how your motor looks like from the inside. Technically, it's in the hole here, so I guess this is supposed to hold it in. Like you can see, even the wires are touching it. It's a really bad idea. I'll see what I can play around here a little bit to come up with another way, maybe routing. So next step is the steering wheel, and for that we're gonna need to take this bolt that's in there to put it in through the steering column there. And I did grab just one of my screwdrivers because I do not like the hairs that came with it. I mean, it's just, it should still work if you don't have another one. It's just, I know it can be much better and easier with mine, so. Okay, the nut is out, push it out. I got it out. But the very first thing, don't forget, is to plug it in first. We're gonna plug it in. Match the wires. Plug it in. Stick it in there inside. Make sure it's straight. Stick the connector through there, and then put this out. Okay, that's it. So just like that. And of course I can show you a closer look. That's in there. There's the other side. As you can see, it's in there. Okay, let's move to the next step. So the two holes just slide over here, and it bolts right on. Remember about it right on time, because this is plastic. You don't want to put in the screws and then take them out again. You want to try to do it one time. Plastic always works. Plastic always holds better, I should say, when you put it in the first time. Once you take it out and put it back in again, it's not as good anymore. It won't be as strong and as tight. So try to make sure you do every step on time, step by step. That way you don't have to come back to it or take the screws out and put them back again, because then they won't be as tight and won't last as long. Oh. Still has these in there, so technically you can even leave them in there, make it soft, but it's alright, we'll remove it all. Match the pins here. All of these guide pins are just also work as some support clips, and then the two screws in each hole here is what you're gonna put in. Got one screw here and one over here. So anyway, now this goes back on there. So once again, you just match all of these into the hole, and then you put the two screws on here. Okay, can show you a closer look here. Here's that spare tire in there, nice and tight. And we got this screw here. And that one there. Okay. Okay, next, windshield is what they call it. So, same thing. You just push it in, clip right in, and then 2 screws on each side. Grab the screws. And you can hear clips clip in. Okay. So screws are in. This is flat. That means it's all the way in. And now we're gonna install the sides. So the doors on the side are next. Actually, before we do the side, the windows, whatever you want to call them, we're gonna put in the seat. So the bottom seat is what actually has the seat belt as well. It has the screws, 2 screws on each side, and the backrest seat just kind of clips right into it. So you want to make sure you do them at the same time, because it goes right into it, right like this. As you can see, it's got to slide into it. Clips in like this. Seat belt's gonna probably go on the side here. Windows look like they just push in. Oh, and then we're gonna have a screw on each side, like 3 on each side, looks like. So the clips just kind of clip in, and then we got 1, 2, 3 here, and then the mirror goes on the other side. Just goes in, clips. This is also just snaps in place. So pretty obvious this is left and this is right side. So there are extra screws and one extra washer. The other two that are left are the ones we forgot about. So I totally forgot that the front wheels take one on the inside and then one on the outside. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that right now. A little bit too late, but it's okay. Like that. One goes there. One goes here. Now that's back in there. Just like that. I'm glad these didn't break, because this is the most kind of fragile thing, like very tiny plastic. It looks pretty close to the real car. Yeah, quality is not the best, but I guess looks nice. I guess it's test time. So here's why this garbage. Well, I call it garbage is because this wheel keeps popping off, and that's the reason why I think there should have been a better assembly for this. Like, you gotta mount the motor somewhere so that way it's always nice and steady, and then you put the wheel in there inside, and then there's a washer on the other side to hold it, to prevent it from popping out, because now it keeps on popping out. So gotta figure out a way to fix that. Okay, test time. Oh yeah, we got the nice headlights. And the wheel popped out again. So this sucks. Okay, test time. So we got the driver in, and we're gonna test the remote this time. You can see the wheels turning. Front and back. There it goes. And it broke again. You like that? out some of the stuff here. There's the battery stats on there. Music. Next. We can also put your USB in there. That's your charging port. Let's switch to radio. You got a radio playing. Hey, wait, baby, wait. Wait up. That one, the first one. Hey, watch out. The first one there is to control your lights, either flashing or staying on. And then, of course, turtle mode or rabbit fast mode. Alright, this guy is so impatient. Okay, so as you can see, everything checked out nice. The only issue was that wheel that kept popping up. So that gap in between the wheel and the motor sucks because it's not properly made and it just keeps coming off. So that has to be fixed somehow. Other than that, looks nice. Please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching.